This is the axolotl, evolution's famous Peter Pan that literally refuses to ever grow up. It's a biological glitch, a complete design error, a salamander permanently stuck in its awkward teenage phase. It lives its entire life as a baby, keeping its ridiculous external gills and a slimy tadpole tail. This isn't just hard mode survival, this is an evolutionary self-nerf of the highest order. Let's start with the most baffling feature. The axolotl is a failure to launch poster child. Most amphibians get the memo. Tadpole life is temporary, then you grow lungs, get on land, and adult. The frog does it. The tiger salamander does it. They go through metamorphosis and join the real world. But the axolotl? It gets to puberty, takes one look at the paperwork, and just says, "No thanks." This is called neoteny, which is the scientific term for being a perpetual teenager by choice. Whatever.
It stubbornly keeps its larval features, meaning it's stuck in the water forever, like a permanent tadpole. It never develops proper lungs, clinging instead to those absolutely ridiculous external gills waving around its head.
They look like party favors, like a flamboyant, feathery boa. They are completely absurd. These aren't just a fashion disaster. They are a please eat me buffet sign for any passing fish or bird.
They are bright red. They are exposed. They are literally fleshy tassels screaming, "I am soft and delicious."
This animal is a 30-year-old living in its parents' basement, still breathing with its baby lungs. But the design flaws don't stop at its commitment issues. The entire chassis is a joke.
This creature is built with all the durability of wet tissue paper. It is astoundingly fragile.
It has no scales, no armor, no shell, just thin, permeable skin that looks like it would tear on a sharp leaf. It's basically a living, swimming jello mold that somehow has to avoid predators in the real world. And it's the ultimate drama queen of the ecosystem. A true biological princess and the pea. The water temperature must be just right. The pH levels must be perfect. The current must be gentle. If the water gets a few degrees too warm, it gets stressed, stops eating, and is prone to disease. This isn't a hardy survivor. This is a high-maintenance pet that requires a spreadsheet to keep alive. Even its skeleton seems unfinished. It's mostly cartilage instead of proper, hardened bone.
It's structurally unsound, a floppy, delicate creature that feels more like a prototype than a final product.
So, where does this high-maintenance, fragile baby choose to live? A pristine, protected, untouched paradise? Nope. Of course not. That would make too much sense.
Its entire wild population is confined to a single, rapidly shrinking, heavily polluted lake system in Mexico.
We are talking about Lake Xochimilco, a network of canals, right next to Mexico City.
This isn't a specialized niche. This is a design coffin it built for itself.
It has tied its entire species' fate to a few urban canals surrounded by 20 million people. It's like choosing to live only in a single, high-traffic, polluted roundabout. It's a baffling survival strategy.
So let's review this evolutionary disaster. It's a permanent baby. It's made of wet paper. Its only home is a polluted ditch. It's the "this is fine" dog meme, but as an amphibian, surrounded by ecological fire and invasive fish. How has this delicate, absurd creature not been immediately discontinued by natural selection?
It's an evolutionary joke, a creature that seems to have collected nothing but debuffs from natural selection. Delicate, over-specialized, and seemingly abandoned by the normal rules of amphibian life. It looks like a total design failure, a biological dead end, a literal footnote in the making.
But what if this broken life cycle, this refusal to adult, isn't a flaw at all?
What if this perpetual babyhood is actually its secret weapon for ultimate survival? Let's reconsider that failure to launch. It's not a bug. It is the most important feature. That refusal to adult wasn't laziness. It was a brilliant cost-benefit analysis of its environment.
Back then, the ancestral lakes of Mexico City were a stable, nutrient-rich, aquatic paradise.
The water was safe and food was plentiful. Why would any creature want to leave this perfect environment?
Meanwhile, the surrounding land was a dry, hostile, predator-filled nightmare for a small, squishy amphibian.
Metamorphosis is biologically expensive, a total energy gamble that costs a huge amount of resources.
The axolotl simply ran the numbers and decided that adulting on land was a terrible deal. It's not broken evolution, it's peak optimization. It found its niche and doubled down on it.
So it hacked its own biology, mastering the water by just refusing to leave it.
And those flamboyant gills we roasted? They are not a fashion statement, they are high-tech radiators.
Lake Xochimilco is often muddy and low in oxygen, making it very difficult to breathe.
Lungs would be useless down there. Gills are the only option. But these are special. Those frills create a massive surface area, pulling every last available molecule of oxygen from the water.
They are hyper-efficient, allowing the axolotl to thrive in water that would suffocate other amphibians.
Now for that wet tissue paper body, the fact that it's so delicate and seemingly fragile.
We complained it has no armor, no scales, no real defenses against the outside world.
That's because it has something better, something that sounds like science fiction. It has the ultimate cheat code.
The axolotl has near-perfect, god-tier regeneration. It is the master of healing itself.
A fish bites off its leg? No problem. It just grows a perfect new one in a few weeks.
Did it lose its tail? It grows back. Its jaw gets crushed? It grows back. Its spine is severed? It grows back.
This is not just simple wound healing. This is the complete recreation of complex, functional body parts.
And this is where it gets truly insane. It can regenerate parts of its own brain.
Let me say that again. It can repair its own spinal cord. It can literally regrow sections of its brain. That unfinished cartilage skeleton and those forever young stem cells are the key to this biological miracle.
Why waste energy building heavy armor when you can just rebuild yourself from scratch? It's pure genius.
Finally, that design coffin of a habitat, its reliance on those few polluted canals.
The axolotl's design isn't the failure here. We are the failure. We broke its environment.
For thousands of years, that lake system was its perfect fortress. It had no natural predators there.
It was the apex predator of its tiny world, perfectly adapted to the water, food, and oxygen levels.
Then we showed up. We drained the lakes. We polluted the water. We introduced invasive fish.
We introduced carp and tilapia, aggressive predators that its regeneration strategy was never designed to handle.
The axolotl didn't choose a polluted ditch. It's desperately clinging to the last remnant of its ancient home.
It isn't a design flaw. It is a refugee. Its superpower was adaptation to a world that no longer exists.
It's not a broken salamander that failed to adult. It's a master of biological optimization.
So the axolotl isn't a broken experiment. It's a hyper-specialized master, a creature that perfected its own environment. It teaches us that growing up, or metamorphosis, isn't always the best strategy for survival.
Evolution doesn't just reward complexity. Sometimes it rewards profound simplicity and extreme optimization. This perpetual baby hacked its own biology, finding a way to cheat death by refusing to adult.
Its regeneration is a superpower born from its flaw, making it nearly immortal in its own world.
Its only real design flaw was trusting that its perfect aquatic home would stay stable forever.
It's a tragic reminder that even the most perfect specialist is vulnerable to catastrophic, rapid change.
The axolotl is a true survival paradox, a genius of its own broken design.
What other flawed creature do you think is secretly a genius I should roast next?